Welcome to another episode of Hip Hop Hoops Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Igadero.
And I'm your co-host, Chris Blackwood. What up, what up, what up, what up? Let's go.
Listen, man, we want to thank everybody who's been supporting us, man. Continue to keep subscribing to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Follow us on Instagram. And, you know, shout out to Tidal League, man. Distant Cousins,
Distant Cousins, man. Emoji fingers.
Yes, but we got a special guest with us today.
Royalty.
Really special guest.
Let's go.
We got Lady SB in the building.
The baddest alive.
Yes.
Let's go.
The baddest alive.
The baddest
alive.
alive.
The new single. Gotta check that out. Gotta check that out.
Let's go.
Listen, thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
It's all love, man. And I want to get into it, man. We got a lot to ask right now.
Let's dive.
First, we just want to know how'd you get into the game? How'd you get into this rap game?
Rap game. So from way back when I was a little girl, I used to sing and dance, and I was very into the arts and all of that. So it started from when I was like 5 years old. I liked to sing, dance. I used to do dance competitions, very artsy.
Yes.
Never like books, but very artsy. So I guess it would start from there. But then I started to take like rap seriously, maybe like 3 years ago or so. So like I'd actually write and like try and stuff, but I never actually went to the studio. I would just do it from home. But then after like I ended up I was like, okay, let me go to the studio, try it out, you know? So I went and then I made a song, which was New Cheese. And I was like, okay, this sounds kind of hard.
That sounds
kind of dope. You know, maybe I could do this. You
New
know,
cheese is hard. New cheese is hard.
Maybe I could do this. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I did it. And then I was like, fuck, like, now what? And I was like, oh my God, you know, like, I want to do visuals, like Nicki Minaj visuals. And like, I want to do something different. So I feel like that's kind of how it started, because it was just kind of like oh shit, like, yeah, like, I'm actually pretty good, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So with New Cheese, how was the response from the
honestly,
audience with that?
It was crazy. Like, it was like, I was so worried at first because I was like telling my people, I'm like, yo, like, what if it doesn't work? They're like, no, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Like, and then as soon as I dropped, it was just like, boom, like everybody in Toronto and, you know, I guess obviously more than the greater Toronto or whatever. But everyone was like, oh, like knew who I was, like because of the song. They liked the visuals. You know, there was good and bad that came with it. Like, anything, but it was good. It was really good.
Right.
I was surprised. Well, not surprised because obviously I know, you know, but it was yeah. I was like, okay, yeah.
Tell us that first studio session. Like, how did that go?
I feel like my first studio session was a little bit like what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like a so situation, because you know it's your first time at the studio. You kind of have to know like your sound. You need to know like what certain things you like to put on. If you like you know, just like, I hate auto-tune. Like, that's one thing I don't use auto-tune. I hate auto-tune. So like certain things like that, you just kind of need to figure out about yourself, your sound, you know. So it was definitely like a trial and error kind of situation, but yeah, you know, with time it obviously got a lot better. But yeah.
So who inspired you to get into this rap game? Like, who inspired you to rap?
I feel Nicki, so
yeah, like that's like
you can
shoot.
Feel it.
Yeah. That will always be my inspiration from a little girl, you know, like I've always loved her so much, and definitely a big inspiration for me.
Shout out Nicki, man.
Shout out Nicki Minaj.
She still be doing the OG, triple OG now.
She one of the greatest.
One of the greats, hands down.
She's the greatest.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So who are some of the top female artists for you, like in the city? Who you rocking with right now?
I like Goldie London. She's cool. Havaya Almighty. She's pretty dope. Fuck with her. I feel like Tia Banks is pretty cool too.
Tia Banks.
Yeah, she's pretty dope. I did a hosting with her the other day. Yeah, we didn't really speak like that, but she's cool.
Right.
She she got some good shit.
It seems like, you know, the female side of things are so competitive. Like, everybody wants that first Toronto first lady.
That title, that crown.
title right there. How do you feel about that title?
Well,
Toronto's first lady.
Wow, she put
I
in
love
that
the
work.
competition, though. I love it. I love it.
Got it.
I feel like, well, first of all, to answer your first question, like as women, naturally, we're all competitive. I feel like it's just in us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It could be about men, anything like looking the best. I feel like women are just competitive naturally.
Right.
Like, so I feel like it's always gonna be that when it in regards to like a female rap perspective.
Right.
But like first lady shit is like, come on. Like, let's be honest.
Got that title?
Lady SB, KSB, let's go.
And it's not even like a cocky or like me not being humble situation. It's just like I put a lot of work into my shit. And it's like, okay, I don't drop like every month or whatever, but like my shit is really thought out. And I put a lot into it. Visuals, music, everything is on point, and no one can tell me it's not. And it's like every single time I drop, it's always something better. People are always like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, like this is crazy. And like, yeah, that's just how I feel,
So who you listening to in the city? Rapper wise, male wise, Toronto.
I'm listening to Swavy.
Yeah.
I fuck with Swavy. Really like that one. Northside Benji. Really fuck with his shit.
Northern. Come on, B-Man, we see.
Yeah. He's super tough.
Yeah, super, really good. Really good. I like Killam Kaz. Yeah, I like him. Top 5.
Right,
Top 5.
He's talented, man.
GGG. Yeah, I feel like those ones. Yeah.
If you can choose like a top, like if you can collaborate with anybody, as far as female wise, doesn't matter, not local, but
anybody.
Obviously, I know you'd collaborate with Nicki
for
sure.
100%.
Right.
That's a
Is there anybody else? Cardi B.
I feel like those for sure.
I just see that's like your lane right there. Like
for
Nicki
sure.
is
100%.
Right.
I feel like that's definitely like my lane and where I belong,
So that's the dream collab, Nicki.
Definitely. Nicki, Cardi, I love all those. All those bitches. I love all of them. And they beef, but I love them all.
Right.
So like I love all the, all that shit.
And if you could choose any male artist to collaborate with, Toronto or anywhere.
Champagne Poppy.
There you go. There you go.
I fuck with him, super fire.
Drizzy.
Drake.
Come on now.
How are we gonna get that happen, man? We gotta get that Drake
that
collab.
to happen, man. Come on now.
Yeah. Soon come?
Yeah.
Drake, anybody else as far as male?
Maybe like someone a little bit like lower. I like NLE Choppa.
Yes.
I actually like hit up their team to see like what's the feature saying,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like him. I feel like he's super dope. Narda Wick.
Narda Wick.
Oh, I fuck with Narda Wick. Narda Wick is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, like guys that like people wouldn't say. I feel like everyone would be like, oh, little baby, da 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 da. Which they're amazing. I love them.
Yeah.
But I feel like something different, like Narda Wick, he's fire, Drake, all that, yeah.
So when you're in the studio creating a song, do you like creating the song more or actually performing the song?
I feel like the creating process is always more fun because more times I'm like drunk, so it's like, like honestly, lately, like I don't even write anymore. We'll go to the studio. I'll have some tequila, tequila.
Yeah.
So I'll be there having some drinks, some shots, and then like my engineer, shout out Antake, he'll just be like putting on beats and different types of stuff like that. And then we'll just fuck with a beat, and then I'll just be like, like I usually like I'll like mumble it out at first, hum it out, whatever, and then we just like put words into it, and then it's always like honestly like Baddest Alive was drunk, done drunk. Everything, honestly, like I feel like a lot of things, like when I have not like drunk, I'm not gonna say drunk because I'm not a drunk, but like
you're nice.
like nice, like nice,
You're
a little
vibing.
like vibe, like I feel like a little alcohol always like makes me really it brings out like my creative side, makes me kind of like think, yeah.
So when you're in the studio, you got like different type of writers and like,
No, I don't
and
have no writers.
everybody just collabing, not like that.
No writers.
Okay.
Well, we get it
No.
in.
We
Yeah.
get
Get
it
it in, man.
in.
This lady
I've been to
SB
a
over
few.
here, man.
I've been to
Yeah.
a few sessions
Period.
at studio, and
Yeah.
I see guys collabing as one, and
Oh, for sure.
everybody's
Yeah.
like,
I mean, that's the new wave.
right,
For
right.
It's not really
sure.
a new wave, but
No,
you know what I mean?
definitely no writers.
That's tough.
I feel like if I have like a 1-2 people in the studio, a lot of people like obviously we brainstorm off each other
Right,
and
right.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
But only probably like one of the people on my team really like get me and understand what I'm trying to put on paper or put in music.
Mm.
And they'll be like, okay, yeah, like, oh, this. They'll be like, oh, why don't you say this, that, and the third? And I'll be like, oh, that's hard. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Right.
probably just like that. Yeah. But like sometimes, like, my engineer would be like, he's so nerdy. He's so cute. He'll be like, oh, why don't you say da-da-da? And I'm like, no. You know, like the more like nerdier people, they'll say like certain things and you're just like, no. But I'll try not to hurt his feelings. So I'll just be like, yeah, that's so cool.
But nah, it ain't working. Nah, we ain't doing that.
I'll just look at like my guy that like helps.
Oh, oh my
So, Lady
God.
SB, man, why do you receive so much hate?
I mean,
Come on now.
you
Come
know,
on now.
you know, when you look this good. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I feel like when you actually have a sound or like a look that is undeniable, it's gonna come with hate.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't, no one would give a fuck. People would just be like, scroll,
Right.
you know? But because it's undeniable, what could you say other than, oh, no, it's not good. Like, personally, me, if I see something that's shit, I'm not taking the time out of my day to comment on it.
Facts.
But sometimes, like I said, women, you know, so much emotions, all that shit or whatever. Like, if they see something and they're just like, you know, haters, some women are like heavy on the hating. They'll be like, oh no, this bitch sucks. Oh no.
Right.
But it's like, you know, that's not true. But that's how I think. That's how I feel about it.
Bottom line.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You're not going to take the time out of your day to comment on something that's actually shit.
Exactly.
Right.
You just want other people to think it's shit, so you're going to add your little 2 cents.
And hope somebody flipping adds to it.
Exactly. Like, oh, yeah.
man.
But in reality, it's like, you know.
when you first started and you were receiving like just like people would comment whatever stupid, did that get in the way? Like, did you feel like maybe this is not for me? Did it ever affect your confidence?
Fuck
no,
baby. Hell no. Hell fucking no. If anything, it's just like, yeah, you know, they're still commenting, they're still running up the views. They're doing everything they're supposed to do.
Facts.
Whether it's negative or positive, they're still adding on to it. So at the end of the day, it's like, you know, keep it.
What'd they say? If they're not hating, you ain't popping.
You ain't popping.
Exactly.
Bottom line.
Yep.
That's a super old school line, but I mean,
but it's real life. It's real fucking life. Like honestly, because me, like it's like I can only speak for myself, right? So anytime I walk into the room, like I just know, and I feel like the eyes, or I feel like the side eye, the bitches, because they're like, you know, your man's looking at me and like, and they hate it, you know? So it's like, it's just everything, like a daily life thing, Instagram, everything. Like subconsciously, bitches are just like, oh, I think she's better than me. So and you know, that could be not the case. She could be a better bitch than me or have a better personality than me. But at the end of the day, subconsciously, she feels like, oh, this bitch is better than me. She has this, I don't have that, or you know what I'm saying? So subconsciously they'll just hate. Right. But in reality, like I'm a really fun, nice person, you know? I like to have fun. I like, you know, but it's okay.
Right. do you think this is like just a Toronto thing? Because it's like, what they used to call it? The Screwface Capital.
Screwface Capital, man.
So do you think if you were like, say you were in New York City, do you think like, I'm not saying you're not getting supported out here. Of course you are. But do you think it would be even bigger if you were in like New York or LA or Miami?
Oh, 100%. And the reason being is because they're like overpopulated over there.
Right.
I could go to like an elementary school or a high school right now and become poppin' just off the school because they have like 10 million students. You know what I'm saying? Whereas over here, like a school might have like 100 students, and it's kind of like, you know
what I mean? Like 1,000, not even.
Exactly. Like they don't have that many people. Like, well, I mean, Toronto's big and there's a lot of people, but then again, it's also very small. Everyone really knows each other. Like, man, or I know someone who knows someone. And, you know, so yeah. But honestly, like the love in America, they show so much love. It's crazy.
Sports way different.
Over here, everyone's a hater until Drake says you're sick.
So you get that stimulus.
You know what I'm saying?
You get that cosign.
Yeah.
Stimulus
and it has to be a proper cosign. If it's not Drake cosigning you over here, no one gives a fuck. Or if it's not like someone
Drake have
big.
that same issue when he first came out? Like, didn't he get that cosign from Wayne?
Right.
And then everybody took him serious. Like, oh,
No one takes anyone serious here until somebody cosigns. But it has to be like someone up there. It can't just be like let's say, I don't know, someone from here, like Nelly Furtado, like let's say she co-signs me, people will be like, whatever. Look, Nelly Furtado's a fire.
No, she's a great.
Yeah,
but
love her.
But
Drake you know what I'm trying to say, totally right? Like if Drake co-signs you, people are like, oh shit, bitch. Like he'll follow someone and people are like, oh my God, he followed.
What's the new artist? The female. What's the girl? I think he just followed her. And then
is she Indian?
Yes.
Lioness?
Yes, yeah.
Something like that.
So now everybody's
following it. Everybody's intrigued. Everybody wants to know.
You know what I'm saying?
Did she do something with Lloyd Banks when he came here, or is it just they just took pictures?
I think they took pictures, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they did a little something.
Yeah, but as soon as Drake followed her, like she became like we all try to figure out who.
At the end of the day, you just keep putting in that work. What you're doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, got it right here.
Tory Lanez, he was denied a retrial, right?
Yes.
Today.
Free Tory, man. Free Tory.
What are your thoughts on that whole situation, man? It's tough.
You know, it's a tough situation given that I am a woman, right? But I feel like there's always 3 sides to a story. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Her version, his version, and the truth. And I feel like personally, I can't really speak on it because I wasn't there. Right. I didn't see what happened. I don't know what happened. Right. But, you know, he's from the city. I obviously support him. At the end of the day, like, you know, feel like shit, you know, obviously it's free him, you know? But, yeah, it's definitely free him.
So how many times can you apply for an appeal?
I think I'm not sure, to be honest.
I think it's every 30 days.
Okay.
Not sure.
All right. Well, hopefully he can do it again and new judge and
can he if this judge denied that, I'm assuming this is the same judge he had trial with, no? Possibly. Or
I don't know. I don't think it works like that. I think it's like a new judge every time you I think so, yeah. If I'm not
but American
mistaken.
system, they don't play fair out there, so
they don't. I feel like it's all like a money thing, you know?
I mean,
or like a power thing type shit.
It just sucks because at that point he was just on fire, you know.
Yeah.
Especially when he did the quarantine radio
and he has a son and everything. So it's like it's a very unfortunate situation, you know, especially for like family and people that you know, he supports.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of fucked up, but
free Tory, man.
Yeah.
Definitely free Tory.
One day, man.
Yeah.
Let's get into
He'll come out
songs,
soon. Man. Everything is gonna be good. He'll come out soon.
Yes.
Let's pray, man. Let's pray. Definitely.
I feel like they just like to kind of dangle black men over there and just make them look a fool.
Straight up, it's real talk, man.
You know, and it's kind of fucked up, but it's like
a sacrificial lamb.
No, we just have to believe in God and just hope that things go as the way we want them and they change and stuff. All we could do, because this world is fucked up. Like,
you know what I mean?
Straight up, it's fucked.
Yo, man. What I don't want to see is like 10 years from now, you hear, oh, there was some type of mistake in this trial, and then he was really innocent.
Doesn't that always happen?
Oh, it usually happens.
Yeah.
I mean,
people go to jail and they're innocent all the time.
Facts.
Fucked up.
That's what I'm scared of right now.
Yeah, it's fucked.
You know what I mean? Uplift this a bit, man.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Let's get some energy. Let's talk about this music.
All right, so we had new cheese. You know what I'm saying? We had lamb chop.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
now the newest banger, baby.
But I want to talk about lamb chop quickly before we get to the new one. Like, what inspired you with that record? It's doing well, I see. Of course, you know, I seen the YouTube video. So What inspired you with that song right there?
Lamb chop?
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? Everyone's like, why are your songs like food names and shit? I'm like, you know what? I never noticed that, you know? Like, I'm like, shit, you're right. Food, everything is food.
Fact.
I'm like, shit, Baddest Alive has to be can't be like, you know, something related to food. Cause shit, people are gonna be like, damn, this bitch is fat or something. Like, all she thinks about is food. I don't know, it just happened like that. Like, lamb chop, it was because the first line was like, want that lamb no chop. So I was like, lamb chop. It's kind of like lamb chop. Like, what the fuck why is this bitch's song? I feel like it's almost like clickbait. Like lamb chop? Like, what the fuck is this bitch singing about? You know? Like, let me go click it and see, like, you know, clickbait. Right? But what inspired lamb chop was I feel like just when I make music, I always want it to sound like bougie or like I'm that bitch or like just, you know, like luxury shit. Like who doesn't like that shit, right? So I just want people to like when they listen to it to also feel that way. Just like, you know, if you listen to a song, you're like bopping to it like as if you're the artist. It's just like something that's like relatable, you know? People like luxuries, people like who doesn't want a Lambo? Like who doesn't want
the visuals are crazy. The visuals are crazy.
Thank you. Yeah. I creative direct
That's what I was just going to ask.
Creative direct everything, obviously with Procasto.
Right.
Yeah, like honestly, like all I have to do is like call him and I'm like, hey, I want this. And he just knows what I'm saying. I could tell like other people and they'll be like, but I tell him and he just knows. So we'll do like a treatment. He'll do like a visual treatment. He'll put it out. He'll send it to me. And I'll be like, oh my God, like that's exactly what I want. So it's like, you know, we did VFX, we did green screen, all that shit. Like I wanted to make it super different, like some America shit. Like, you know?
Yeah. Not your typical Canadian shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to jump like on a condo like table, like like jumping, like no. I wanted like something like crazy. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The newest one. Go ahead, man.
Baddest Alive, man. Video out now.
Yes.
Come on.
If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Share, like, comment, all that.
Do what you got to do. Run up the numbers.
Yes.
But I got 10. Hit a scene. I'm the baddest bitch alive.
The video, super dope.
Crazy.
Thank you.
So you were behind that as well?
Did you like that?
I heard you talking in... What was that?
A little bit of Spanish.
Okay. So I was just like, what was the creative inspiration behind all that? Because that had like a little movie type of scene.
Yes.
A movie type of vibe. Watching Scarface 2.0 type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like...
Yes. So the song is like... kind of like a woman empowerment song, you know? So I was like, okay, how do I incorporate this into a video? So what's more woman empowering than like a woman running a cartel, right? So I was like, okay, like let's put this into a cinematic visual. Like let's make the beginning and the end a cinematic portion and incorporate that into a music video. So I just wanted it to be like woman empowerment. Like I'm, you know, I'm the jefa. Like that's me. Like I'm coming down, I hear my shooters. Like they answer the phone telling me, you know, the shipment got hit. I'm like, what the fuck you still doing here? Like, why are you even telling me? Like, get the fuck go, you know?
Right.
So I just wanted
that bag back though.
Yeah, everyone's like, bitch, you deserve an Oscar. Bitch, I know. Honestly, like anytime I do something, I always want it to be like done really, really well. Like I have to give 1,000. If I don't give 1,000, it's like, why am I even doing it? So if I want to do something, it needs to be perfect. Like I think we did those takes like 10 million times because I'm like, yeah, but it could be better. Or okay, I didn't like the way I like closed my eyes there. Like I'm just so like annoying and like OCD. So I'm like, no, we have to do it again. But it was so fun. It was so fun.
How long would video days take? Like how many hours for the day?
If I told you. So honestly, every other video takes forever. It took forever to do. Like we did videos like for some videos took 2 days, some took 3 because I need to do different hair, I need to do different makeup, I need to, you know, put on different outfits. I just need to make sure that everything's done properly. And there was actually for New Cheese, we did 3 looks in 1 day.
Wow.
So we were there from like, I think it was like 2 p.m. until like midnight.
Wow.
And I had my hair girl, my makeup girl, you know, put on one friggin' wig, do makeup, put on my outfit, go shoot, come back to the chair, take off all the makeup, take off the hair, put on like 3 different times. So we were there all day. That one was crazy, but it was so amazing how like it ended up like, people would watch the video and be like, yeah, this was probably taken in 3 different days or 3 different looks. No, bitch, it was taken in the same motherfucking day. But Baddest Alive was literally all shot within like 1 day. I think we had like 4 hours to shoot it. Just because the place that we booked, the mansion that we booked, like the owner was a little bit like weird. I don't know if it's because it was the way I was dressed or what. You know, like yeah, I don't know. She was kind of awkward about it.
Right.
So we had literally 4 hours to shoot. So we did cinematic visuals, we did performance scenes, we did everything within 4 hours. It was crazy. Like 4 hours
That's tight.
is all we had. And the cinematic scene where they kick in the warehouse, they get all the drugs back. Everything was shot within 4 hours.
That's crazy.
That's it.
Shout out the squad. Shout out the squad for that.
Yeah.
Shout out the squad, Frocasso.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know, actors.
Baddest
Shawayne
Alive.
Mitchell, amazing actor.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right. So what's next? Like, what is next?
Gotta keep it moving
for you.
So what's next is a whole lot. So
Let's
let me
go.
start there. We got a vault full of shit, full of good shit, hot shit, fire shit.
Let's go.
My goal right now is to just drop every like 4 to 6 weeks, just to really be on, you know, the important people's radars.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because you know, I know I could do it. So and right now I have a really good team, like of people that really believe in me and really push me. Cause some days, you know, we're only human. Some days I'm like, I'm not feeling this, but they'll be like, nope, get up.
Oh, motivation.
Let's go, because they see it, I see it, you know. So it's like, yeah, just keep going. Trust me, it's gonna pay off. So keep it pushing.
Well, we'll be watching.
Facts.
Supporting,
good.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
Now you're part of the Hip Hop Hoops alum.
Yeah.
So you already know.
Yes.
That's alive. Run it up.
Run it up.
Run Baddest Alive.
Yes.
Come on now. Well, thank you. You know what I mean? Where can everybody follow you?
Everybody can follow me on Instagram at It's Lady SB. Same for TikTok, Facebook, Lady SB. You know, follow, like YouTube.
All music
go on my
on
YouTube, Spotify, Lady SB.
Yes.
Run those streams up.
Run those
the views up.
Run it up.
Watch the visuals. You know, leave a comment.
Baddest Alive video out
now.
Out now.
Now.
Period. Out now. Go stream that shit.
Come on, man. Well, you already know, man. That's going to cut it for us, man. Keep supporting Hip Hop Hoops on all social media platforms. You got YouTube, Instagram, Apple Podcasts.
Spotify.
And of course, Spotify, man.
Check
Like,
out the
share,
website.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. Check out our website. Tidal League. Emoji fingers. You already know what it is. Distant Cousins. We out. Lady SB in the building. Don't sleep.
Let's go.